This is the light source that's visible outside of my, and this is where the entity is crossing paths, workplace terrorism, harassment, and sexual violence in the workplace. This is federal group stalking and monitoring that I'm subject to in the workplace while on the job. It is indeed P.O.C. This is demonic activity that you're subject to by government. That's group stalking in the workplace, and doing so while I am walking from the laundry room. While the workplace is filled with third-party group stalkers affiliated with Speaker Companies, a third-party company, P.O.C. And he's going to federal prison. This is engineered light that's on the ground, by the way. My shadow's on both sides of this vehicle. And this is a shadow that's appearing in front of me. Engineered light covering the grounds. He's going to federal prison. Federal stalking, demonic pacing, all three of them, demons. While the entity's stalking in a helicopter, and this is the placement of the light source while I'm walking towards Construction Star on, I believe that was Wednesday, and the light source is over my head while I'm walking in the same direction that Marina and you, Kim, are walking right now. They're demons that are pacing. The light source is over me as I'm walking in that direction at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And then remember, in the evening at 5 p.m. when I'm inside of my apartment, which is this building, building 1806, it's right over building 1818, and I'm looking at the same light source after 5 p.m. These are demons that are pacing, engineer light moving across the gate, moving across the vehicles, and the entity is stalking with LAPD in a helicopter, and everybody's going to federal prison. This is group stalking in the workplace. Terrorism. P.O.C. That's amplification. Just group stalking in plain sight. Impunity. And remember, when I'm documenting waste management, the light source is in the same exact position while waste management is stalking in the path. And while I'm inside of my office, the amplification of somebody emptying dumpsters, garbage cans, trash receptacles down at the hillside, which is amplification, which is demonic. That's the people of the state engaging in the same exact pattern of conduct through a commercial actor. That is the light source. As I documented that video at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's 8:44 right now, and the light source is in the same position at 10 o'clock. It's in the same position while I'm documenting Sang Lee group stalking in the laundry room, and it's directly over the top of my head. This fake sun is rising, remaining over me, and then setting. And that's why I'm able to capture it at the same location at 5 p.m. Okay, group stalking right in front of your face in concert with the state. CARLO Lopez is indeed engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring, with knowledge also that he's being documented, not because I'm holding a phone, but because his condition, first of all, he's a demon, engaging in terrorism with the state. Terrorism, that's also terrorism as well, and doing so in a workplace. That's a whole other escalated level of terrorism that you have a right to not be subject to. And those demons were pacing all around Marina da Vila. They're all walking in engineered light, remember, and the entity is doing so under a light source that remains at the same exact location, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still here at the same property. That's non-movement of the so-called sun. That's the P.O.C. The entity is doing so while I walk inside of the laundry room. The moment that I walk outside of the laundry room where the light source remains visible through the windows for the duration of the day, and it's supposedly remaining over the Ovid Family Community Library at the same time. That's the light source, not the sun. That creates levitating light on the walls inside, creating your shadows while you're just walking by. Group stalking with the state in the workplace, and this is why, again, Heather Kell and another employee of Speaker Companies is going to federal prison. The group stalker that are the people of the state will under no circumstances engage in what is threatening you while you are enforcing your rights to not have them threatening your life and group stalking you. This is engineered light. The shape of the windows are literally perpendicular to each other, and the light source is visible outside of the window. The entity is maintaining, remember, at 8:47. It's 8:46 in the morning. The light source is over me while I'm standing at the entrance of the California DMV in Glendale. While I'm looking at it outside of the window. This is the exact documentation that I referenced while I was at the Glendale DMV, and I did a screen recording for you to see the light source. And this is the impossibility that will be the natural environment, the light source that the Glendale police exhibiting their demon possession and their engagement in the state's pattern of conduct, which is revealing what is a statewide system, and you're talking about a whole population of demons who are engaging in the P.O.C. in an unnatural environment where you're looking at what is, again, perpendicular shadows. Here you go. This is P.O.C. That's not even sunlight, nor is that the sun, and this is engineered light that's filling the laundry room, where you have an employee in doing so in concert with LAPD. Carlo Lopez is going to federal prison. He's a mentally deranged group stalker and a violent sex offender, monitoring me while engineered light was all over my bedroom walls, as I showed in my bedroom before I took pictures before I came downstairs, and he's stalking in the path. These are demons that are pacing in relevant position. Marina Davila is a demon-possessed third party, and this is how a government that's engaged in demonic activity with the population, who are the people of the state, they have legally assigned roles, while the demons who make up the population and the demons that happen to be a part of a law enforcement agency, they make up both the population and the government, who are group stalking you together, and they're demons that are acting in sync. So I want to be clear, that's the elements of monitoring and also the prosecution of the state of California. And this is occurring in what is an entirely demonic environment. Come right on in. P.O.C. This is coming through the crack in the door. Let me back this up so you can see this demonic of the state. Come inside to engage in the elements. It's impossible light activity. While you walk through it for purposes of monitoring. She is not a housekeeper here. She's engaging in what is activity creation. Through the crack in the door, this is the fake sun outside of this window, and you have through the crack in the door the engineered light piercing through, appearing flat on the ground, and it's creating light activity while a demon walks by for purposes of monitoring, sweeping for purposes of activity creation. This is the same window where I'm showing the light source outside of this window at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and levitating light, the shape of the window is appearing here, and while demons that are California Star Construction walk by on the sidewalk, creating light activity, this is the same iteration of that impossible light activity in the specific environment. It is P.O.C. That's where LAPD is group stalking with the people. Heather Teal, Carlo Lopez are going to federal prison. There is no sunlight that's going to occur in this manner. That's engineered light that's piercing through, and this is the light source that I'm facing. That's P.O.C. Go ahead. Ongoing demonic activity on an ongoing ceaseless basis with impunity. These are psychopaths who know that they're being documented and doing so in plain view. And they will be prosecuted with that same measure with regard to the intensity of that federal prosecution. It is currently 8:49 a.m. This is exposing not only the criminal conduct, but this is exposing the condition of Dominic Choi and the demonic behavior, which is criminal, as it is engaging in group stalking with the people of the state. And it's also relevant because it's in the workplace, which our Todd Speaker is going to be prosecuted for. Our Todd Speaker's employees, including namely Heather Teal and Carlo Lopez, who you see group stalking, are going to federal prison. And I'm going to drain the pockets of Speaker Companies, who is a third-party company facilitating federal group stalking and monitoring in the workplace, which shall be a recognized area of law for prosecution for this system. P.O.C.